Hi everyone, this is Carl the Landscape Guy. Today's project is fixing this low spot on this paved driveway. The low spot is right above the concrete pipe that runs underneath the driveway. On this end of the pipe, I can find dirt and sand that has been washed out by the rainwater. My guess is that the sand comes out from underneath the pavers at the lower spot, which would mean that the pipe is not in good condition. There must be a hole or leak in the pipe where sand can slip through. The first thing that I will be doing is taking out the pavers at this spot here. I'm using these old screwdrivers to get out the first paver. A shovel or pitchfork can be used to loosen them. I am taking out a few more pavers than just the one that are at the low spot, because I need enough space to dig down and see what's wrong with the pipe. I'm taking out that dirty joint sand with a shovel. In this case, a geotextile fleece has been used for a higher stability and against weeds and ants. I'm using a carpet knife to cut out this section of the fabric. As you can see, the fleece was sort of holding up the pavers. Without that, they would have been even lower. I'm gonna dig down and see if I can find the problem. I'm using a spade to loosen up the gravel and sand, and then I take it out with a shovel. After about 35 centimeters of digging, I got to the concrete pipe, and it looks like the pipe pieces have not been put together correctly. There's a gap of 3 centimeters which lets sand slip through in conjunction with rainwater. I wrapped a thick piece of cloth around the pipe right where the gap is and secured it with some wires. I'm going to put concrete around the cloth to stabilize that connection, while the cloth keeps the concrete from falling into the gap. At the same time, I'll close the rest of the hole here with some new sand that I got. The concrete will be formed to a ring around the pipe, bedded into sand. For this repair, I used about 50 kilograms of concrete, and now I'll close the hole with sand. It's important to compact the sand and the concrete so that the pavers don't sink later. Now I'm straightening the sand with the spirit level. I'm aligning it according to the bottom level of the surrounding pavers, and I pull off the excess sand with it. I put the fleece back on the sand and start laying the pavers. Make sure to compact the sand before pulling it up with the level. In the corners, a trowel can be used to get out all the excess sand. I use a spade to align the joints for an even pattern look and check with the aluminum straight edge. I use sand as joining material which can be swept at very dry condition or in conjunction with water to get the joints completely filled out. Then a compactor of about 80 kilograms can be used to flatten the pavers. And that's it. This repair took me about 3 hours, and I hope this video helps you out. If so, please don't forget to thumb it up. Check out my channel for videos on ponds, brooks, plants, and other garden stuff. I appreciate every comment and every subscriber. Thank you so much for watching. This is Carl the Landscape Guy. See you next time.